So guess where we are? We are in the famous Harajuku district in Tokyo, Japan. But the reason why I'm filming this today is because normally videos or footage you see in Harajuku is all during the daytime. I figured it would be kind of cool and different and neat to see Harajuku at night. And it's also early January here, so this wouldn't be as busy as normal, giving us a chance to see the businesses a little bit clearly without having so many people interfering with the video. So we are in Tokyo, Harajuku, and as we walk through this famous area, you can see the type of shops that they have. You can kind of figure out the trend, because all kinds of fashion and cool stories and future trends tend to start from here. This is the teenager, young adult, whatever you want to call it, pop culture, and you can find practically anything. Now I'm doing this kind of live stream style, so I'm not live streaming just because it's hard to get the proper connection. But I'm not going to stop the video and I'm not going to edit the video. You'll see exactly what Harajuku is like at night as I'm seeing it walking around. Now, if you come here during the peak season, spring or fall, it's extremely busy, but thankfully not so busy right now. We are like around dinner time, about 6 p.m. or so, so not as busy, but still there's a fair amount of people. You can tell that there's a lot less tourists than before the pandemic or COVID, but still plenty of people walking around. And there's food from all different cultures, Middle Eastern, Asian, Chinese, Japanese, just about anything that you want to eat, you will find. But most of all, it's a fashion district. Maybe not the type of clothing I might buy, but certainly for young adults and people who are inspired by pop culture will find something creative and interesting. I think even a side street like this have some interesting and different kinds of food and stores. So I'm gonna walk around for a bit here and try to make you feel like you're walking with me. That's the whole idea of this live stream style video. I won't explain every single store that I see, but you can get a pretty good feel for what's happening here and what kind of store there is. Now, thankfully, Japan, as always, is a very safe place, and Harajuku is also very safe. Oh, look at some of these funny shoes. How long is that shoes? Quite interesting, the type of culture you see. But I do admit it's a bit more subdued than it used to be. Clearly not as maybe exciting, just mainly because it's winter time and maybe there isn't as much excitement as in spring or summer or fall. Still lots of fascinating place. You can pretty well like show up here super hungry and then eat yourself to death, spending a couple of hours. Everything from famous crepes, which is I think what Harajuku is known for. There's a long line up here for who knows what, 50 different flavors of crepes are all here. These are all plastic fake food, but they're famous for crepe. Really busy. I'm not gonna get the food now, but maybe later. Lots of funky and unusual clothing is here. Stuff that normal Japanese people probably wouldn't wear, just because in Japan you have to kind of conform to normal things. But you know, on Sundays, kids are allowed to go a little bit off tangent and dress up as they want, walking around Harajuku or Shibuya area. And that's the outlet day, when they're allowed to do something that normally they wouldn't do. So it's kind of fun always in Tokyo. I can't believe how much crepe stores are here. Also idols, teen pop shop. You still find normal stores, normal restaurants and food also. And bubble tea is really a normal thing as well, which first started in Taiwan. And so not everything starts in Japan. Here's a little bit of a kind of a old candy store. And what else? What else do we have here? We'll keep on walking here. These very strange kind of Halloween costume looking stores. I don't think you're going to find me wearing one of these clothings, but it's fun to watch. Now, this is a very recent addition. This is a famous ice cream place called Zaku Zaku. Ice cream cone and also kind of like dessert place. It's really good. I'm not gonna have one right now because we're going to eat some sushi later and I want to keep some room for dessert, but it's a pretty interesting place. Now, I have not been here for a couple of years. I was in Japan just 3 months ago, but I didn't come to Harajuku, so it's been a little while since I came to Harajuku, and so it's kind of interesting to see how things have evolved and changed. I think a lot of stores have closed down and they may be reopened as a different store during the pandemic, but it's still pretty interesting. This is like a mini store lottery. You buy something, they give you tickets, and then you pick up and open that little triangular folded paper and you win something. So, well, actually this one you have to pay. You gotta pay 15 bucks or 1500 yen, and then you win. You're guaranteed to win something. You're guaranteed to win one of these little stuffed animals, but you might win something bigger. So a lot of t-shirts here. Not sure why they like this. These are sea otters. Somehow they're obsessed with sea otters here, so that's their thing, I guess. What else is going on? It's kind of cool to walk here at night, though. I would say it's a bit different than during the day, and it's just calmer, not as hectic. This place is called Strawberry Fetish. I don't know what it is, but a whole bunch of strawberry things. You guys looks cool. Please, 何か言ってください。These guys are dressed up really cool. I don't know exactly what it is. Oh, you know what? It's like a picture taking place. You can dress up as some kind of superhero and take a picture or video in the studio there, over there. And so they're standing here trying to get people to come. I gotta admit, that's kind of cute. Maybe not for me, but for those people who wants to do something different. And look at these shoes. Look at how thick the bottom part of shoes is. These used to be popular, I think, in 70s, not just in Japan, but in North America. Maybe they're coming back, but also just because on average Japanese people aren't as tall as those people in the Western world. Sometimes they want to wear something with extreme height. But this is kind of almost dangerous, right? When the shoe is so tall, you might trip over. Should I wear one of these shoes with a ridiculous sole? Maybe not. It looks a bit quiet here, but more stores. I guess t-shirts and sweatshirts, that kind of stuff are plenty, and it's not expensive. These sweatshirts are 2 for 1900 yen, which is about 20 bucks. So definitely not very expensive. I think prices have come down quite a bit because of the pandemic, and clearly the economy has some impact. Now this is almost the end of the road here, but this entire area caters to this pop culture, so you'll find quite a bit of stuff by going to side streets, and maybe that's something that people miss. They forget that Harajuku is a lot more than just this one street that's famous for interesting stores. You can actually go to many other stores and you can spend hours just looking around if you like to eat and see things that are quite different. Honestly, it's pretty interesting place. But as you get closer to this side or this end of the street, you're ending up with a little bit more normal stores, like a normal retail stores, less pop culture stuff. Here's an A6 corporate store. This is a pretty big one. And there is also New Balance corporate store across the street. And this whole area, which you can literally spend hours looking around, have so many different stores. And again, a lot less tourists. Still lively. This is a weekday also, it's not a weekend, so it's a lot less busy. And you can go forever. And it's a lot of fun to walk around in Tokyo, Harajuku, Shibuya area. This is all connected. I grew up in Shibuya, only about 15 minutes from here. So lots of memory for me growing up. But this is Harajuku. Hopefully you enjoy my live stream style look and the walk in the park sort of video to showcase to you exactly how it feels like to be walking around. That's the whole point of this video. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you can give me a thumbs up, make some comments, and subscribe, that would be appreciated. I'll continue to live stream or show you interesting stuff and stories from Japan as I see from my perspective, as someone who grew up in Japan. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you very soon.